We are the Hopeless Fan Podcast, coming to you at our regularly scheduled Thursday night. Zack, Shelby, and Scotty, how we doing, fellas?
Great. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a legit long, featured podcast.
Yeah, I love this. We actually have.
Do you?
I do, because I feel like everything happened in the NFL this week. I mean, this week in the NFL was wild. So here's just a rundown of what we can talk about. Michael Thomas, piece of shit. Out for the
fucking
year.
pussy.
Derrick
Couldn't
Henry,
happen to a
foot
better
injury.
guy, though.
Yeah, I know. Like, soul of the earth, dude. Derrick Henry, foot injury, might be out the rest of the regular season. Could be back for the playoffs. Who knows when he'll be back. Aaron Rodgers, immunized, not vaccinated. Did he lie? Was it a sleight of hand? I don't know. Von Miller traded to the Rams. Henry Ruggs, we all know. Scorigami tonight. Thursday Night Football. So
Mike White in the Hall of Fame.
30 to 45 has never happened.
I said the exact same thing. Scorigami,
How?
45-30. I know. I don't know how.
That's why. That's weird. That's weird.
That is
That's
weird.
got to be the most
But-
common score to beat Scorigami left.
But a good night for the public. Thursday Night Football. The Colts beat the Jets 45-30. The favorite Colts are 10.5, 11. They cover all numbers. You got them at. And, of course, the over hits by a million at 75. One of you, quick question. Last time the favorite and over hit on a primetime game. Go. Give me a guess.
The favorite and the over hit.
Yeah.
Like the favorite covered their spread.
Yes, and the over in the game hit.
Was it this year? Or was it
Yeah, it
last
was this year.
Okay.
I don't know. What is it? Is it recent? Is it a trick question, or has it been a while?
No.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Monday Night Football, Dallas beat Philly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight broke up a streak.
you think if a favorite's gonna cover, it'll be over. I hate having the under in the bet favorite because it's like score points, but not too many.
Right. Tonight broke a streak of 11 straight primetime games where the dog covered.
Wow.
The last time a favorite covered on primetime before tonight was when the Rams beat Seattle. In Seattle.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So, good day for the public. What you guys...
Wait, what did you say? Say that the Rams Seattle.
That was the last
stat
time a favorite covered on primetime. But the over didn't hit.
What are you talking about? Dallas just covered. Oh, but the over didn't hit.
Right, well, Dallas closed a 3-point...
Am I
Dallas
stupid?
closed a 3-point... They were like a
Yeah.
universal underdog without Dak.
Yeah.
Right.
He said the last time the favorite covered
okay.
in prime time. Like the minus.
Yeah, Shelby, you sent stats earlier this week.
Yeah, I
right?
set up...
or maybe last
Yeah,
week.
it was Monday
if you
before
bet,
the
the
primetime
average.
game, but I was too scared to bet the Giants because I feel like anytime I'm just like, oh, Mahomes could come back and be Mahomes again. But alas, he didn't.
Yeah.
Chiefs won by a field goal. Over 12.5 Chiefs wins. Hanging on by a thread. Okay.
Is he broken?
He's a little bit broken. I heard something. It might be Kelsey might
Mahomes
be a little
broken?
broken. He's like lost a step.
Oh, please.
Kelsey's lost a step, and
fuck
also
yeah.
the Chiefs' turnover luck is like running out because apparently
You know who also lost a step? Von Miller. in
well, I
Denver.
heard
But
something
keep
that
going.
like just basically turnover luck is a huge deal in the NFL. Like you see the Cowboys right now,
Yeah.
getting a lot of turnovers. That's the same thing with like Iowa this season in college football. They had like a pick six in every game, and like
Wow.
I guess last year Mahomes. He threw like a ton of interceptable passes, but they weren't all intercepted.
Right.
And this year it's kind of water finding its level. He's fumbling more. A lot of that is just luck. He threw the pick Monday night. It hit off of his receiver's head. Molly, are you thirsty?
Save some for the fishes.
Jesus. Okay, that. All right, first topic. What do you want to go into? I already laid them. All right.
I want
stand
Stan.
of the week. Zach.
This is the one. It's been a while. This is the one that has to do with us personally.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to combine them
Yeah.
and do the whole Scotty thing. It could be whatever. It could be good or bad.
Well, you know what? My first Dayton game is next Thursday, and I'm getting really excited about that. I'm happy to have season tickets already because they just announced today, University of Dayton, sold out regular season or single game tickets and season tickets all sold out. So it's going to be a seller's market here. I'm just glad that we've already got our tickets.
Who are they
lined
playing?
up? UIC on
University
Thursday.
of
Illinois Chicago.
Going
coastal.
And that's Thursday night.
Yeah.
You know the Ravens play Thursday night.
I know.
What are the odds?
Oh my god.
We'll see how we're feeling.
Ravens are in Miami.
Yeah,
I think
Miami.
you should be.
Zach's gonna look at a box score and be like, dude, no way this under doesn't hit. Too many points. Just bet it without any context to what's happening in the game.
On this first Dayton game. I definitely will. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I definitely will lay something.
But you're
probably not available in the book.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just money line the Dogs in case we come out with a stinker. At least I get paid.
Hopefully we win our first home non-conference game
against UIC.
I'll hedge it just to make sure.
They're Ken Palm ranked 12,000th and 3rd.
I'm gonna win something.
Everyone in this stadium, you're welcome because I bet them.
It's first score by the other team, or no, the tip off. Quick trip into cover 10.
Hardest part of the whole parlay. Okay, Scotty, difficult week for you losing Von Miller. That's been a staple. I mean, it's just kind of it's going that direction. You know, like the Cardinals lost Patrick Peterson, just that 2011 draft. The Cardinals lose Patrick Peterson. The Bengals lose A.J. Green.
Our
the Falcons
heroes are getting
Julio
old.
Jones. Our heroes are getting old. Bengals lose Andy Dalton. 2011 draft heroes. Kaepernick. He's
Panthers
out
lost.
there.
His
What do you think
Netflix
the
thing
Panthers
sucks.
thought when they lost like Cam Newton?
Doesn't suck. Did you?
I
watch
feel like that
it?
wasn't a big separation.
What'd you say, Scotty?
What do you think the Panthers felt when they lost like Cam Newton, also from that 2011 draft? I mean, he was MVP. I'd say like polarizing figure. I mean, Von Miller got up there because he's like single-handedly won a Super Bowl. But like Cam Newton, when he left the Panthers, I didn't feel like it was that like Panthers fans like grieved all that much.
No, I don't think it was because, well, yeah.
Because he was ass.
Well, it's just like I now it surprises me looking back because the Panthers didn't have like a top 5 pick coming in when Newton was gone.
Right.
He was just like
He
played 2019 and he was hurt, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, they did. They had the 5th
year?
overall pick, and they took that defensive tackle.
No, that's what I'm saying is that they didn't take a quarter. They didn't have a quarterback coming in. He only played 2 games in 2019, so it was.
Who played Will Grier or Ken Anderson or whatever the fuck his name is?
Yeah, now I'm blanking on who the Panthers were starting all that time in 2019. Was it Teddy? No,
they didn't got him last year.
They got him
Teddy came last year.
Yeah.
3 years, $60 million.
Will Grier,
God,
right?
Imagine paying
No,
Teddy
Will Grier
Bridger
didn't
3 years,
start
$60
14
million.
games.
He would have played some, right?
I know who.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
We
Fuck
knew
you
it, and
guys.
not you at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like blank. I don't know why. I don't know. But yeah, so
Yeah. I'll miss him.
Yeah, that was tough. And like the video of him in the car was just like 1 foot out the door, 1 foot in the car. Like these are my last.
He was like
words,
crying.
Like last words as a Bronco. He's like, I'll always have Super Bowl.
Well, he released a 11-minute video on YouTube of like just like a letter to Broncos fans, like straight to the camera, and also was like, he's like, he left the door open for a return, which I thought was cool. Like no athletes really do that. And he was just like, the Broncos did me right for sending me to a team and like, sending me to a contender. And he's also like, I'm a free agent after this year. Like, I've seen other people come back. He's like, maybe I haven't played my last snap in Denver. And it's like, maybe it's just getting fans' hopes up. But like, even if he doesn't, like, I still like that he did that.
Yeah, I think it was the perfect trade for Denver to do it.
I think so. I mean,
absolutely.
You'd only get him for a half a year, and you get a 2nd and 3rd round pick.
I don't think he's that great anymore, to be fair.
He got you 4 wins.
He's not game wrecking anymore.
Yeah.
Von Miller didn't play this past week in the Broncos.
Right.
Won,
my last memory of him is him saying he was going to destroy this defense.
And then got carted. They got fucking carried off the field.
Browns. Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh,
yeah, that was poetic."
The Browns scored.
We were there though.
The
We
Browns
saw
scored
his
like
last. We saw his last game in a Broncos jersey.
That's true. We did. We saw him for like a quarter and a half.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well, it's still cool.
My bunk of the week.
I have a stand.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a stand I want to talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
It's going to be 4-day work week, so my work has officially, starting this month, and this is the first official week, we've started only working 4 days.
Ooh.
So I get every Friday off,
Salary cuts come
and
with that?
instead, no,
You make more.
That's clutch.
Do you just add like an hour or two each day? Then
You're like,
add an hour every day.
It's
Yeah,
gonna suck
and
with
you know
the-
people
when
cut
they
off.
get dark so early.
yeah.
God,
Does
dude.
it add to the beginning or the
yeah,
end of the
so
day?
like
Spoiler alert, that's my bunk.
what?
Is it added?
It's up to.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you.
Interesting. can come in at
so really,
8
it's like
instead
if
of 9?
you can work at 7 to 4, 8 to you can work 7 to 4, 8 to 5, 9 to 6. Yeah, like usually everyone gets their work done anyway and takes off around like 12 or 1 on Friday. He's like, if we just absorb those last 4 hours as we, a lot of us do anyway, and then just add an extra hour that we work on Friday each on like 1 hour onto each Monday through Thursday, that's how we're doing it. And it's it's messing with my sanity right now because it's like so much work just to get, make sure Friday's not a catch-all.
Right.
And it's also the beginning of the fucking month. But I think that's pretty cool. Now on holidays, I'll get 4-day weekends.
Okay.
Nice.
I like that. So embrace debate. In the NFL season, I feel like this is going to come off as a stupid question. My question, in layman's terms, is: would you rather have Monday or Friday off? But it's obviously the answer is Friday. But sometimes during the NFL season, I wouldn't mind taking Monday off. Just saying.
I don't. Oh, just for Sunday night and stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's all.
Something
all
about
I'm
like the slate being over.
All I'm saying is that, like,
on Sunday,
Scotty, if the work gave you the opportunity, like, hey, from September to December, do you want to have Mondays off, and then from there on out take Fridays? I think you might consider it for the NFL.
I wouldn't.
Oh wow, okay. I would give it some
Not
thought.
during the fall year. No.
I would give it some thought. Having a Monday off.
I'm not that vain, Shelby.
Just saying that sometimes I'm so exhausted from how hard it is to watch football for 14 hours.
Yeah, because even to think about it, you have a big day Sunday, but
you guys aren't exhausted from gambling all day sometimes.
I am. I'm exhausted from
God,
existing.
dude. Yeah, I'm like, I like want to stop. I just like wanted to stop. I'm just it's like, I just
you ever have a bad
it's like
day?
a cry for help, but I can't.
You ever-
Like I'm in the hole. I gotta get out of
you
it.
ever have a bad day gambling? You're like, God, I kind of can't wait for the Super Bowl to get here just for it to be over,
It's like, what am I gonna do? It's like I can't not.
That's terrific. Okay. I thought I knew I would be in the minority, but for the first time ever. But yeah, I consider Monday off. Okay.
Look at my friend over there. Are you the greatest?
My stand of the week was that scientists say that now until the end of 2022 is probably when the pandemic's going to end. So clap it up. See you, COVID.
Thanks for coming out.
You had a good run. You had us scared for a minute. But don't worry, our top guys are on
it. We covered, baby.
Yeah. We had
The over-under was
2.5 years. And then my bunk was going to start getting dark early at like 5:50 starting this week.
I kind of like that sometimes.
still
I
don't-
fucking
Shut up.
love the dark.
Listen, we get.
I love the dark.
Saturday going into Sunday. We get our extra hour of sleep to get ready for a big slate.
It's a big slate. My
Big
balls
slate.
are on the line.
And we got in early,
Yeah.
which is could have been
Your
which
balls
we,
are on the
which
line?
whether we just
Why is
take
it such a
this
big
thing
slate?
to
I haven't seen anything I like.
my start of the week.
No wonder I'm in a hole.
Or not start of the week. Another stand, I guess you could
It's
say.
a big slate because Zack and I got in early on the slate, and
Yeah.
I've just been adding to the slate, and I haven't had a losing week yet in the NFL, and that's just on the line.
You
every
came
week.
close last week.
I made $8 last week.
Yeah.
I made $8 fucking dollars.
So-
I might as well have lost. But
So
I
if you were
I remember
Nathan,
that.
you would have made 2 units.
I hadn't had a fucking losing week in the NFL until
murdered.
mid-October.
Murdered.
I ended up getting murdered.
Thanks, Bucks.
Mostly because it was chasing from earlier in the week, and I just didn't. I didn't follow
doubled
the
down
system.
on
I didn't
Tom
follow,
Brady.
I just didn't follow
So-
the fucking system.
usually a good
Made
play.
stupid. bets.
Yeah, and then I had another bunk was that I got chili waiting at home. I love chili this time of year. I love chili with the Fritos and the sour cream and the cheese all mixed together. It's like my favorite this time of year. But anyway, I was in Vandalia tonight, and I made it a point. I had chili at home.
How's it
I wanted to get the chili cheese Fritos to make with the chili.
I have some downstairs.
and see how they taste. And I
Oh,
went,
honey barbecue. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I went to 2 gas stations in Vandalia.
Didn't have 'em.
I went in the first one, and it was like it was like one row of like you walk in, freezer here, chips here,
Yep.
and stuff, and then so they only had honey barbecue Fritos.
And then a crack whore jumped out of the chips aisle and stabbed you.
I didn't want to not get anything. I did.
This isn't
Vandalia
Dave.
is David.
Yeah. But I didn't.
Citied.
I didn't want to
Oh, okay.
go in
So,
there and like
my bad.
I was the only one at the gas station and then just leave like I was stealing something. So I bought
Well, I
two
have a good
bags.
story for that.
I bought 2 bags of Fritos that I didn't need. Went to the next gas station. Yeah.
2 of them?
I ate one on my
Oh,
home.
dude.
I guess I did need them. But then I went to the next gas station. I'm like, this one has to have them. It's a lot bigger. Came in, all I had was regular Fritos. And I didn't want to leave empty-handed again, so I bought 2 bags of those. So 4 bags of Fritos, yeah, I did.
I
No,
know
you
exactly.
didn't.
Shelby, I know exactly how you feel. Back in high school,
Oh,
I don't want to
Shelby.
be judged, so I.
back in high school, me and
I will go to
me and
Great
Alec,
Lakes.
last name starts with a P. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Pumpernickel?
Come on, you know what I'm
I
talking
know
about.
you're talking.
Yeah, so me and him, we
Why
got.
you-
I don't know. I just.
Why? Like, who's gonna like?
I don't
The FBI's been looking for Alec Petrak for 80 years.
You said it, not me. Okay, so we got rip shit. We got high as shit. I didn't want to out the man. I was doing drugs because we got high as shit, and then went
Probably
to.
a girl by now.
Well, wouldn't surprise me. He was a girl back then too. What are you, girls? So we got high as shit, and then we were gonna go see the Harold and Kumar Christmas movie,
Sure.
as high schoolers
Uh-huh.
do. And so we go to get like snacks at the gas station. We walk in, and again, it was a shitty gas station like you're talking about.
This guy's a fucking genius.
And we go to like leave. Because they had like shit, we were just going to cross the street to the Speedway. I don't know why we didn't go there first, but anyways, we are about to leave, and the attendant behind was like, "Can I help you guys?" As we're like halfway out the door.
Yeah, it's like you're stealing something.
Thought we were stealing.
Yeah.
2 white kids. I mean, come on. What are you thinking?
Jesus.
So I'm like, Alec, they think we're immediately.
Yeah, Zach, that was,
I was like,
apologize right now.
Alec, they think we're stealing. Like, empty your pockets right now. And we went like this, and then the person was like, I didn't say that I thought you were stealing. Like, well, then what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And then we ended up going, we get our snacks, and then we go to the movie, and we realize, oh yeah, neither one of us.
Zach, that is a little bit suspicious.
I know.
That you're like, he thinks we're
I know.
stealing.
So
He was probably just like, "Can I help you find anything?" You just left.
So we
seriously.
go to we get our stuff, we go to the movie, and then we realize, oh yeah, neither one of us are 18, and this is a 3D movie. So we didn't have glasses for the entire 3D movie because we bought tickets to a different movie, and we're just gonna go. This is the day before reserved seats. We're just go into
Sure.
the other one, and then we realized, oh yeah, this is a 3D movie, and they didn't give us glasses because we bought tickets to a different movie.
Classic Midwestern problem. Not getting the 3D glasses. I didn't know you had to be 18.
It was rated R.
Oh.
It was
That's
17.
hilarious.
17?
Yeah, 17
We were
's rated
16.
R.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
We were too young.
Wow.
Young, dumb, full of cum.
Scotty, you got a bunk?
The day after MLB ends, we just get a bunch of we instantly hit like trades and free agency and opt outs. So
Yeah,
just
they
give me a
don't get
break.
any wiggle
You know what I
room,
mean?
like at all. Castellanos, the Reds are going to go 70 and 92 next year. Call them a shot now.
Or worse.
But, yeah, I was being kind of optimistic.
Can't
with
wait to
that.
take their under win totals.
Yeah, might as well.
They're like, thank you, David Bell, for these 2 years. We'll sign you to make sure we stay in mediocrity, and then we'll just fucking, just bullshit.
Yeah, the next year's basically all about how Hunter Green looks when he's a Red for the first time. That'll be the highlight.
Lodolo?
That'll be
Nick
the-
Lodolo?
And,
Yeah, Lodolo, too.
and can India recreate a magical rookie season?
Right. It'll like
It wasn't even magical. It was not even that good.
He won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Shoot yourself.
it wasn't. I mean,
I bought his
Where-
T-shirt,
what-
and I don't even
what
watch
playoffs?
baseball.
Okay, do we want to get into...
I have a quick sit-em.
Go ahead.
So,
do we want to get
unfortunately,
into the Zack Sinner?
unfortunately, the WWE has had to cut a bunch
All
of their
right,
superstars.
Right.
And they say it's for budget cutting purposes, which
We know that ain't it.
sad. But a personal favorite of mine, Ava Marie, was one of the many that were cut. And I'm just going to send you guys a quick picture in the DMs to tell you how sad of a day this is, because we have lost this amazing talent for which she is known.
I'm not going to look at it.
He's like, I just got engaged. I'm not looking at this shit.
Boobies, dude.
My phone is dead. I can't see
Fuck
it.
yeah.
It's a sad day in the WWE verse, I would say. So yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, come on. If you had to, Shelby.
I mean, yeah, if, like, put a gun to my head, maybe. But, like, it's like, you could just watch porn. There's
What's that?
There's girls, like, a lot hotter than this wrestler that like, do sex stuff.
It's No Nut November. I don't know what you're talking about. I was in it for the talent.
Lance Armstrong's month. Forgot
One
to
Nut
mention,
November.
College football playoff. What are your guys' thoughts? So,
Rigged.
It's SEC bias.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind it when it's Ohio State getting screwed, but when it's UC getting screwed.
Try to take your goods.
Well, I need my team to, inch closer.
Oh, who's that? Oklahoma?
Yeah, baby.
God, dude, you're
They
so,
did get robbed, I would say.
What am I?
You're mid, dude.
Hey, Doug. You were fucking boof weed?
That was great. But yeah, it was a classic. Alabama's
Thank
2.
you. No one knows
It's
what
they put Oregon at 4 in front of Ohio State just because they won, but they won't stay there. If Ohio State wins out, they're in. That's obvious. How is it not? If Ohio State wins out, they're in. They win the Big Ten championship.
Oregon,
Yeah.
If Oregon wins out and Oklahoma wins out, I could see Oklahoma getting the 4 spot in
No
Oregon.
chance. Ohio
Oregon
State
will
beat
not.
it if they win out.
Oregon will not.
But they beat them head to head.
It doesn't
It,
matter.
like at the end
Earlier
of the day,
in the year.
Okay.
It won't matter
Yeah.
now.
Ohio State will have wins over the number 3 team right now, Michigan State, number 7, Michigan, and then the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, and I don't think either one of those teams are going to be ranked the rank that they are by the time Ohio State plays them.
Well, they're not going to fall very far.
I think Michigan State
they play
could
next
lose.
week.
They could lose to Purdue.
Okay, but they wouldn't drop out of the top 15.
Yeah, I get.
They're
I
going
don't
to be
know.
they're going to be ranked.
They'll be ranked.
Oregon has no one in the Pac-12. They might Utah maybe, but Michigan State. I don't think they're that good. But
I don't
I don't
either.
think Michigan's that good.
No, definitely not.
I just think 2 above-average teams played last week in East Lansing, and Ohio State's going to roll both of them. I just hate the UC. I don't know. There's so many pinpoint things about the college football rankings. Like they didn't rank SMU and Houston, so now UC's wins potentially don't mean anything because they're unranked, even though they were in other polls. And
has Notre Dame won out since they lost?
Yeah, that's
to
their only
UC?
loss is UC.
Okay,
so
that helps.
UC has a better win than Alabama does.
Yep.
What's Alabama's best win
Florida.
compared to UC's?
Florida,
they won by 2
Ole Miss.
on the road.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss,
Yeah.
they won by double digits.
Yeah.
Ole Miss not ranked.
They're not ranked anymore? I guess they did lose.
Oh, they're 16. They're
Yeah.
16,
Oh.
sorry. But they've lost. But UC has a top 10 road win.
Is Notre Dame still top 10?
They are 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Notre Dame's
And-
not going to get close, but it does help that Notre Dame keeps winning.
Right. That's the only silver
And it's
lining.
also
I don't
things
think-
things can
It's the-
change.
yeah, this is
Hopefully,
the first
this is just the
ranking.
AP, like the first ranking. so
Right. But it's just hard not to look at it and be like,
Not looking great.
okay, Alabama went from out of the playoffs in the AP poll to number 2.
It's ridiculous.
And I know those are the top 2 teams. And they would be double-digit point favorites over anybody except Ohio State.
Yeah, I would
But-
say that Georgia and Alabama are
Georgia and Bama would all be
talent-wise top
Yes.
2.
Yeah.
Top 2 teams.
Could you imagine
They'd
No,
be
UC
double-digit
versus
favorites
Georgia?
over everybody except Ohio State.
Could you imagine UC versus Georgia? Or no, not. I mean, we saw that UC versus Alabama. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Alabama would
Yeah, they
fucking
would.
murder UC.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be the picture perfect. Then the narrative would be like, you see, are you gonna complain anymore? Are you know what I mean? Like
That's what I almost thought was going to happen, is that they're going to throw UC a bone because of these Power 5 schools. Like, if they come out of nowhere and be good, like, they won't let them in. But UC's was great last year. They're good this year.
And the year before last.
I thought they'd throw them a bone and get them in there and be like, all right, I hope they get absolutely fucking murdered so we can be like,
but that
okay.
makes too much money. No one's gonna watch it. Like, no one's gonna be like, because if it's like Alabama
People
versus
will
Ohio
watch it.
State, right? But I mean, like, it's not gonna be as like how do I
Right,
premiere
the
worthy?
name.
Yeah.
Right. Like their dream is that Georgia, Bama, Oklahoma, and Ohio State.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and if Bama, like what's UC's best track to get in? Bama losing to Georgia in the SEC title game because they're not going to put a 2-loss Bama in, and then
Ohio State losing in the Big
Ohio
Ten
State
championship.
losing somewhere. Yeah, I think the Big Ten champ is going to get in. One of them's Michigan State has no losses. Ohio State and Michigan have one. I think whoever
Michigan
wins
State's
the Big Ten
going to lose somewhere, but who knows where.
Yeah, I think unless the Big Ten champ has 2 losses, they're not going to.
I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan State ends up losing 3 games.
No, me
down
neither.
the stretch.
Me neither.
No,
But-
they won't. They won't.
Right,
lose
I don't.
3
But I don't
games.
think Ohio State gets to 2
How many games are
losses.
left? 4?
Yeah, you're right.
They're not.
They
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
like 2 or 3. Yeah.
Uh,
But unless the Big Ten if the Big Ten champion has 1 loss, they're gonna get in. They're gonna get in.
Zach,
They have
bet
2
me over
losses
2.5.
somehow.
Zach, bet me.
I said I would be
1.5.
surprised. I didn't say I was confident.
What about
Doesn't even
1.5?
know how many games they have left. Neither
What
do
about
I.
1.5?
They have Purdue.
They have
3 games left.
Purdue
on the
could be
schedule.
enough.
They
Purdue
have
already
4
beaten
games
number
left on
2.
schedule.
they're 3-point favorites against Purdue.
Well, they're on the road.
Right, but it's Purdue.
Yeah, they're on the road.
Purdue beat Iowa,
They're the
who was number 2.
third-ranked team in the country. What if Alabama played Purdue on the road? What would the spread be?
Zach, they're on the road.
Okay.
Hey, listen, Purdue already beat the number 2 overall team.
Zach, if they're 3-point favorites on the road, what would they be at home? Go.
6.
No, come on.
Ooh, that was
No,
right.
it's not. Home field's not worth 1.5
I
points.
thought you're giving 3.
No. You go from -3 to, or what is it? -3 to,
Huh?
yeah, -6.
No.
Yeah,
the
you
three,
add
the 3
3.
points. -6.
Home gets 3.
Yes, but you go from if they're +3 right now.
They're -3.
That's what I
Oh,
meant.
plus.
They're
They're
minus
-3
3 right now. So if home field's 3, you would take away 3 points if it's on a neutral. So they'd be -6 on a neutral, and then at home they'd be -9.
That's 1.5 for neutral, 3 for home.
No, we just decided it's 3
That,
points for home.
so they go.
Right,
They
so
get.
1.5
They would
for
get
neutral.
6 points.
Yes, it's a 6. If 3 is your for home field, I think it's like 2 or 2.5 really. But it would be a 5-point swing to go from neutral to home to away. So right now, if the Chargers played the Eagles in LA,
We're talking about college football here.
I know, but it's the same. They're 1.5 now. They would be like 6.5 at home. You flip the spread by like 5 to 6 points.
Gotcha.
Show me your data.
Governor. Show me your data.
Okay.
Let me see statistics.
They could lose to Purdue, they could lose to Ohio State, and they could lose to Penn State. They have 4 games left. Purdue, Maryland,
you
Ohio
say you're
State,
the best
Penn
yogurt.
Zach,
Prove it. Show
put
me
your
data.
balls out there. Bet Scotty.
Yeah, Zach, 1.5.
No, you said 2.5.
State. Yeah, he did say 2.5.
No, and then I
Well,
changed
yeah,
1.5.
that makes a huge fucking difference when they play 2 ranked teams at the end of the year. What's wrong with you?
Okay, 2.5, Zach. But I get plus odds
I'll
on
make
that.
the odds. Scotty gets plus 130. Probably a little light.
I said okay,
Yeah,
I said
no,
I
like-
wouldn't be surprised if they lost 3 games.
You just lost yourself 50 cents. Plus
I
180.
know, I'm trying to make it fun.
I didn't lose anything because I'm not taking his trap bet.
You want me to go higher?
Yeah, Shelby and Zach have a lot on the line this week with their bets. They got
They'll
like
lose.
13 bucks.
I'm confident.
I don't appreciate that.
I am confident that they will lose. I'll go down to 1.5 for you. I'm confident that they will lose 2 games. They will lose to Ohio State and Penn State most likely.
Scotty, do you have a bet?
For over 1.5, you take under 1.5.
You just
$5.
made fun of us.
What are we doing here?
You just
What
made
are we
fun of
doing
us.
here?
You just made fun of us. Now, where do you think you're going?
You want to be a star, don't you?
Yeah, but you're asking me to put money on plus odds, so I get
Wait,
10,
Zach
gets
Zach,
5.
you want to bet that they're gonna lose over 1.5 games?
Yes, they'll lose 2 games.
MSU loses
Oh, it's
over
1.5
1.5 games.
Michigan State.
Scotty under 1.5 games, so he's riding this. So you're rooting for the Spartans, Scotty, right?
He thinks
Okay,
they will only
gotcha,
lose to Ohio
yeah.
State.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. All right, I'll come up with some odds. I'll just take the money lines, add them together.
Minimum
and get a-
$10
and get a-
bet, and
and
this
get a-
$5 bullshit.
And get a percentage out of that. And Scotty's gonna be looking at plus money. I know
Yeah,
that.
you do that.
Why? Would they be favored to only lose one game?
As
Right,
all the
but then
bets.
if like they're only favored to lose to Ohio State,
Right.
but the other three, Scotty's basically taking a money line parlay with their. Say they lose to Ohio State, that's his one, and he can't lose any more. He's basically taking a 3 money line parlay against Purdue, Maryland, and Penn State on the road. So those 3 money line parlays would equal out to a plus money payout.
Yeah, wouldn't the odds the other way be like that they're favored individually in all of these games, except for the Ohio State game? Well, maybe, yeah, because Penn State's at home, so they'd be favored in all these games, I would think.
They're home
Yeah,
against
well-
Penn State.
That's what I'm saying. So they'd be favored in all these
Right,
games
but
except
if-
Ohio State.
Yeah, but go parlay 3 favorites.
Yeah, but if
It's
you
gonna end up
parlay,
plus money.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's not what we're doing.
Yeah,
it is.
essentially you are.
Well, but
we are doing that.
put anything under a microscope, and then it stops making sense.
All right, that's great. Let's get into Boardwalk. All right, one of these days I'll make my board Sunday morning. I'll just fade whatever Scotty takes in Boardwalk,
That's not.
I'll be-
I don't appreciate that.
and I'd be 38-26 right now.
Cheap shot.
Oh, fuck.
Scotty was 3-5 last week. I was 4-4.
Jesus.
So I know Zach was 6-2. I'm 34-30. Zach, you're 32-31-1.
You hear that?
Scotty 26-38.
You hear that?
I need a perfect
That's me
week.
coming up behind you.
On my heels.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nip
Scotty,
it.
you might need to go 8-0.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
A couple weeks ago, Zach went 6-2. It was hilarious because he lost his bonus and lock. He won everything else.
Was that the Calvin Ridley week?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's like Calvin Ridley over. He played one snap.
I had no idea he was tormented
He
in
left
the
with-
head.
Yeah, he left with depression
Damn.
with 11 minutes left in the first quarter. Okay.
What a loser.
All right.
I severely
First game.
need help.
Browns plus 2.5 on the road in Cincy.
You already know
Against
what
the
my bet is.
Bengals.
Do we even need to talk about
Against
this?
the Bengals, minus 110 both ways. Totals 47. Zach is taking Cincinnati.
Minus
2.5 in a
Easiest-
big bounce back spot. I hate and love how confident Zach is.
Listen.
Yeah.
Here is, I'm just going to real quick go through the conversation that I had with Shelby about this. So, Joe Burrow coming off of an uncharacteristic late game performance. He's been clutch to this point, you could say.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, you look at the Jacksonville game,
Look
you
at
kind
the
of
Green Bay game.
expected that. That's on his kicker. That's not on him.
Look at the Bears game.
That was just a poo fest from start to finish. I'm talking about games that he had the opportunity to win, and he went out and he did what he should have done. So, but we're talking about my opinion, not yours right now. So shut the fuck up.
He's Kevin Cobb with Air Maxes on.
Okay, fly bitch. So the Baker couldn't even get up for the terrible fucking Steelers in this game.
Steelers might not be bad.
The Steelers gave them every opportunity to come and win this fucking game. They didn't even have a kicker. They couldn't win the game. So I don't know. Baker's shoulder's fucking with him. They have locker room turmoil with this OBJ stuff. Baker's feeling insecure. He hasn't got his dick sucked at a Cheesecake Factory in a while, clearly.
Been there.
So I think that to give Baby Goat 2.5 points at home is criminal.
You're not giving him anything. You
know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying to assign him a minus 2.5 to basically he just has to win by a field goal. This is easy money for me against a 4-4 Browns team that looks bad.
I think you handicap off quarterbacks too much.
Okay, well, you know
like,
what?
My biggest fear is that
Is this not my pick?
Yeah, I mean your tangents forever.
All right.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, because it's the smart pick.
Now I want to take the Browns just to crossfire.
Do it.
All right,
Do
I'll take
it.
the Browns plus 2.5.
Do it. Just got bullied into a loss.
Can I take a team
bitch.
total?
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking the team total for the Bengals under 24.5.
Coward.
Getting it at a good number.
That's a great number right there. Sorry. That's just
Underneath
smart.
or above the keys, yeah. I worry about the Browns pass rush in this game because the Bengals had a problem with the Jets.
Yeah. I don't want to
but,
touch the
also-
regular over-under. Who knows?
New quarterback.
Right. I texted you about it, Zach. I was just like, I'm worried about the Baker I saw last year when Odell went out and he couldn't fucking miss.
Right.
He was
That's what I'm worried about,
in
too.
Cincinnati, and
But he hasn't
had
been
20
throwing to him this year.
I know, but he's in there causing turmoil, and now he's out. It's like a galvanizing, he's like...
I don't have to force
Baker
any. I don't
can-
have to it's not like
Baker can breathe. And then Stefanski coming out, and he's like, we're desperate. Like, his exact quote is like, we're desperate for a win. I'm like, oh, God.
Well, I'm just glad you're putting your money where your vagina is. You puss.
All right, Minnesota, 6-point dog in Baltimore, totals 49.5.
I'm taking Minnesota +6, and let me tell you what. I'm sorry. Go
Scotty,
ahead.
go ahead.
Oh shit, Minnesota at Baltimore. Well, let me tell you something. I think Mike Zimmer is on the hot seat. I'm taking Baltimore. Off a bye.
Ooh.
At home. That's all I need to say. -6.
I love Baltimore in this spot.
Yeah.
Tell you why. Is because they haven't had a road game since they played Denver. They've been at home chilling, and they finally get to relax too because they've had some emotional games. They welcome the Chargers in. They play the Colts on Monday night. They had to come from behind by 1,000,000. They welcome in the Chargers, kill them, and then the Bengals beat the shit out of them. They get their bye, and it's like whatever, relax. And now it's the Ravens at home, and I don't know, just don't like what I see from the Vikings' run defense first of all, and that was just an inexcusable loss on primetime for Minnesota against Dallas, against Cooper Rush.
Yeah. Cooper Rush kind of
but
looked
I
good,
think-
though. And my quarterback.
Well, I said it to Scotty before. I was like, I mean, I will never bet Kirk primetime Cousins.
Primetime.
He's abysmal.
I forgot about
my
that stat
first
and
Yeah.
Zach. That's why I had Dallas, too, because you said that.
Zach, hopefully you'll get to a point in this game where the Ravens are up by I don't know, 14, whatever.
You go
and
middle.
it's like the Vikings third quarter, they need a drive, desperately to score a touchdown, and Kirk Cousins throws a check down on 3rd and 16. It's the best feeling.
He's young.
Or
Big
he
Ben.
or Cousins airs it out and can't miss down the field. It's like who knows what Cousins you get, but I've seen Cousins just be
He's had some
electric.
games this year.
that Arizona,
I know.
how he played it against Arizona is the only thing that really makes me nervous.
And against Carolina.
Well, that's a bad team. We have come to find out, so it's not as impressive as it was at the time.
Lit up Seattle, too.
I'm
Bad
so
team as
glad
well.
Kirk Cousins isn't my quarterback, dude. I would have no idea how to feel about him. It's purgatory.
Yeah.
Would you rather
It's just
have
like
him
a
than Teddy
fucking
Bridgewater?
roller coaster.
Oh, you would take him in a
Of course.
minute.
Yeah, I mean Teddy Bridgewater is
I gotta check in
vanilla.
on my Vikings guys after Sunday.
Okay, I'm
Hopefully
gonna get my pick out of the way here. And my first two picks are in jeopardy because they're ones that I've already actually bet money on. And
I
usually
bet this one, too.
when I bet money on a bet from Boardwalk, it
fuck,
usually
that's
doesn't
true.
do well.
That's true.
But I'm gonna ride with it, and it is the first half under 24 in this
your
game.
pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Zach, you're so true on this.
Yeah.
This always happens to you.
Yeah,
If you bet your Boardwalk games, you'd be 10-50.
yeah. But I bet it before I made it my Boardwalk pick.
Right.
It wasn't the other way around. So maybe there's a silver lining there. But the
You
rationale
get 25.5 in Lawrenceburg.
is it 25.5? Well,
Yeah.
let's take it then. Under 25.5, that's great. So
I
under
already bet it at 24.
I know. But the rationale here is I went and looked. The Vikings were what did I say? They were 5 2-1 or 5-1-1 or something like that for
It
this
was
total.
pretty good.
Yeah, and then the Ravens were 4-2-1 or something like that.
It was also pretty good.
Yeah, in the under first half. So I just looked at the numbers. I thought, the Ravens usually start slow, and the Vikings play to the level of their
Right,
opponents.
yeah. No doubt.
So, yeah,
No doubt.
that's my bet.
No doubt.
That's my pick for
Love
this
that pick. That's it.
That's crazy.
Damn. That first half.
Scotty lead off with Denver getting
Well,
10
he didn't
points.
make his pick for this game yet.
He said Baltimore. He said Mike Zimmer's on the hot seat.
Yeah. Mike Zimmer's on the hot seat.
Really? Is that what
Baltimore
you
out of a bye.
We barely
-6.
talked about it. Okay.
All right, started off with your team, Scotty. Denver getting 10 in Dallas.
My team, go Cowboys. I'm taking Broncos +10. Little bit of an emotional hedge.
In case my Cowboys don't blow them out.
In case my Cowboy, Dak might be a little rusty. That he healed up that ankle. He might get a big lead. A little backdoor cover of 10 points will hold us off. I'm talking like a Cowboy now because that's my team.
I'm gonna go to Zack. Oh, are you done?
Yep. I am.
Can you be? Okay. I'm going Zach's route. I'm going the first half under 25.5. Simple. Denver's boring and can't score. And like what I see from the Dallas defense.
I should have never said that to you. Fucking use it against me.
I think I would have figured it out soon enough. You said it to me week 2.
No, I didn't.
Okay, you said it to me week 5, Steelers game.
Yes.
I would have figured it out. That
Turn it off. It was so boring.
Every one of their games fucking goes under. Except like
the Raiders game wasn't boring. It was just hard to watch.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I think they might ease Dak back into things, so I'm going under in the first half.
Yeah, you know why the Raiders game was so tough to watch? Because a murderer literally scored the first touchdown. But I digress.
Jeez. Oh my God.
Broncos 6-2 to the under this year.
I don't know. I'm looking at the over-under and I'm thinking, so what's 49.5, right? That's what Lawrenceburg says.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys have hit this in all but two of their games this year. Obviously the game we just had, no Dak, and then the weird
Chargers.
game with the Chargers. I look at the Broncos and they've hit this over once against the Raiders. So this over-under is weird, but if you look,
it's the most prolific offense in football.
Yeah,
is the Dallas Cowboys.
So,
and let me tell you something real quick, Zach. Every single time Vic Fangio gives another quarterback praise, they fucking light us up, and I mean they light us.
Yeah,
up.
that's not what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the Cowboys scoring. I'm worried about this being 35-10. That's what I'm worried about. That's why because I like the over.
So you love Dallas -10.
I do.
Yeah, so you love Dallas -10. Take it.
You guys have
crossfire
have talked over me into my ultimate point, which was Dallas -10. Because I liked the over, but I cannot rely on Denver. I cannot rely on Denver to even sniff the fucking end zone. Sorry, Scotty.
All right, next game.
It's okay. I'm not hurt. Not that much. Not much.
Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the East Coast in a jet at 156 miles an hour to play the Giants. Laying 3.
Lock your dogs up.
46.5. Who wants to start?
I'll start.
It's emotional week for the Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders.
I guess he'll start.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. They came out right after John Gruden was racist and they killed Denver. They're going to do the same against the Giants here. The Giants kept it close against the Chiefs. They won't against the Raiders. It's just how the NFL works.
Yeah, I like over 46.5 here. I think Danny Dimes doesn't have trouble getting down the field. It's just they have, I don't know what it is about their in-game management where they are in. It seems like they're in a lot of these games except against the Rams. But it just like they have the ability. I think that it looks like it's there. They can get chunk plays. But in terms of winning a game or even cover, I mean, they cover a lot, but this is not a smaller number at 3. So I just feel more comfortable taking the over 46.5. I think that points are difficult to get in this game.
Shelby, before you make your pick, can you answer this trivia question for me?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Last time the Raiders played in New York, who scored the game-winning touchdown?
A murderer. The all-out blitz heard around the world.
Pretty poetic, isn't it?
It is.
We're back in New York now.
Okay.
What do you think? Giants +3?
It's something to think about, but I'm going under crossfiring Zack. Giants.
Let's go.
Giants have all those COVID problems.
I like this under, though, too.
Yeah, receivers are injured. I think Tony might be the only receiver playing. And the Raiders obviously just lost their best deep threat. The Giants can't really run the ball. Their best running back's Devontae Booker. The Raiders
Danny Dimes is their best running back.
Right. And the Raiders' pass
defense,
their pass rush has been fantastic. I think they get after Danny Dimes and going under. Next game. Really hard one to handicap because Aaron Rodgers isn't playing in it. Green Bay, 7.5-point dogs on the road against Kansas City. Totals 48.
Over.
Over 48 for Scotty. Short and sweet. To the point, Zach.
I mean, I like Packers plus 7.5. The Chiefs do not. They just refuse, absolutely fucking refuse to cover. I don't care who's playing quarterback on the other team. The Chiefs just do. They refuse to cover. I think Jordan Love is a perfectly serviceable quarterback. Even if fucking Blake Bortles was playing, I would take them to cover over a touchdown.
Oh wow!
I think that's how bad the Chiefs' defense is. I'm convinced of it. And I think the Packers' defense is able to get enough turnovers off of I don't know what the fuck is going on with Mahomes. So unless Mahomes flips the switch and goes back to, Lord forgive me, but I'm going back to the old me kind of shit, which I don't think he'll do. I don't see how they cover over a touchdown. I think they win by 5, 4, 5, or even just a touchdown.
I flip flop.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
I was just saying I flip flopped on this because the Packers, it's like when they do lose Aaron Rodgers, they suck. I mean, they're so bad when they lose Aaron, but then at the same time, it's like the Chiefs. You're throwing a life raft to them, like, oh, you don't have to face Aaron Rodgers, and they can breathe a sigh of relief, like, okay. And it's like they don't deserve that.
Yeah.
They're 4-4, barely floating as is. Yeah. And now you give them 7.5 points to just chill with? I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, and the difference here is, I mean, we don't know. In the past, it was Brett Hundley and Deshaun Kaiser, which are basically the same person in terms of production.
Yeah,
and
this
skill.
is a first round fucking pick. You've never had that kind of backup.
We really don't know exactly what he's capable of because he's never been able to get some momentum and get reps.
He looked good in the preseason.
Yeah,
he made some good throws in the preseason.
Did look even better is their practice squad quarterback, which I was surprised they didn't just call him up. Instead, they called him Blake Bortles. What's that guy's name? Starts with an H or something. They looked good against the Jets that game we watched.
Huntley?
No, he's a white guy. I can't remember his name.
Hitler?
Gunkurst? Gunkurst or something?
No, not Gutekunst. That's
something
the
cursed.
GM.
Well, I'm praying because I got in early on some Packers when they were plus 2.5, teased them up to 8.5, advantage teaser 6.5, minus 110 on our book. That's the best part of our book, by the way, is that they deal 6-point teasers at minus 110. It's the greatest thing about our book because no one else will do it. Lawrenceburg won't. And then I get to see your guys' chat when I woke up the other day and Aaron Rodgers was out. It almost killed me. Okay, Sunday Night Football.
God, dude, what do you wake up at noon?
Yeah, I went back to sleep in the morning. I was tired of shit.
Kurt Benkert is his name. Okay. Looked good against in preseason.
Sunday Night Football, Tennessee, without Derrick
Talk
Henry.
to my dad about it.
Going to SoFi, the Rams are laying 7.5. The total's 48. Excuse me. Anyone want to start? I'll go over.
Okay.
Over 48.
It's 53.5.
I'll go over the game. I'm taking the under.
48 and 53.5.
I was looking at the Packers game on the sheet. Yeah, 53.5. I'll take. As much as I kind of like the Rams in the spot because it's just a terrible spot for Tennessee. I think they'll get some garbage time points.
You have over 53.5?
Yeah.
On our book, it's 52.5.
I'm just going off Lawrenceburg, 53.5.
I know, but I'm saying a little good value there. If you like that over,
yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's a key. It's not a key number, but it's something.
54 is kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Rams under 30.5 team total.
Ooh.
This is
under?
may seem like it may seem like a controversial pick, but 30.5. That's a lot of points, man.
Wow. That's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points, and I think that we like to talk shit about.
That's a lot of bucks. Sorry, Zach.
In the past, we've liked to talk shit about Packers defense, but I mean, you saw what they did against. I mean, how many points did they hold the Bills to? Maybe I'm going to sound like an idiot. I don't remember.
31.
Was it 31? How many points did they hold the Chiefs to?
3.
Calm down. You're proving my point. So if they can hold Mahomes to that small amount of points,
they held this one team to 3.
This one team, you mean
same team? The Giants
they went
held
to
20.
Listen, hey, they went to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. You can't discount that. No, I think that this game will be sort of a. It won't be like we've seen. The Rams have played some pretty bad teams the last couple weeks, and they've been throwing up points. That's why partly why this number is inflated. So they can figure out a way to slow down. You can't. It doesn't seem like you'd stop Cooper Kupp, but if they can figure out a way to slow him down, I think they can kind of slow that tide down.
Okay.
Slow that tide down.
Scotty.
Roll that.
I'm taking Rams minus 7.5. Without Derrick Henry on the Titans, they don't have that like force to be reckoned with. Like, I mean, why stack the box for Adrian Peterson's ghost and Mick Nichols? I just feel like it makes the Titans so one-dimensional, and the Rams are gonna like have a chance to blow them out. With Von Miller too, the Rams. Like, I just see this story for the Rams. Like, they added one of the best pass rushers of all time, and the Titans are subtracting one of the best rushers in the or if not the best rusher in the NFL. I mean, all the cards just look at look at the new state. Even if the Rams don't cover next week, I think immediately they will.
Switching my pick, I'm taking the Rams minus 7.5. Not baseball. Scotty was on the right track there. To me, that was a good handicap. My thing is that the Titans lost their running back, obviously, and their top weapon is a wide receiver, A.J. Brown, who's going to get Jalen Ramsey covering it. I like the Rams. All right, bonus time. I'll start.
Act like my handicap did not help convince you, but
I said it did.
Oh my God.
I said it was on the right track. It was like almost there.
Thank you.
You gave me a whole dinner.
He's so willing to shit on you that he won't even listen to what you said.
I know. You gave me a whole dinner, entree, everything.
He just waits.
No, he's like, I'm changing my pick, and it's not because what Scotty said.
Like,
is that not what he said?
No, I said it's like you were on the right. I meant it as like you said everything, but there was like one more thing I wanted to add. Everything you said, I agreed with. There was just a little.
You set the table and you laid out all the appetizers.
Why are we arguing? We're on the same page.
Shelby just brought out the dessert.
I just wanted a slice of pecan pie with it. Okay. Bonus: Atlanta, New Orleans, first half under 21. It's simple. The Saints are going to be cautious with it. Whether it's Simeon, whether it's Taysom Hill. It doesn't matter. They're going to be cautious with it. And Atlanta can't create big explosive plays.
They'll just be running the ball with Taysom Hill.
They don't have Calvin Ridley anymore. They can't run the ball. The Saints pressure the quarterback well. And Matt Ryan, he was pressured against the Eagles. He fell flat. He was pressured last week against Carolina. His hand was torn off. Under 21 first half.
Non-throwing.
Love it.
I will go with my bonus, and it's going to be New England minus 3.5 at Carolina.
Fuck.
Gotcha.
My lock.
Mine too.
Your lock.
New England minus 3.5.
Yeah. Carolina's in shambles.
PJ Walker playing.
They look.
They just won.
Yeah, they did.
And McCaffrey's back
against
this week.
2.
That's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Patriots aren't going to have a problem with that. It does matter, but it doesn't ultimately for this pick, which is the Patriots just to win by 4 points or more.
I'm just not going to bet on.
Fuck, I'm changing my pick to Crossfire.
It's fine.
Ooh, Crossfire. You like Carolina?
I kind of like with
plus 3.5.
Yeah, with McCaffrey back, they were 3-0. Opens up that offense completely, but only on the basis that McCaffrey plays.
No, that's not how this works.
I mean, it has been the way it worked before.
I've never changed a pick.
We make the fucking rules. Do we not?
If by we you mean me and Shelby right now.
Well, you gotta decipher what your pick is.
I didn't know I signed over my rights to the podcast.
You don't get to add caveats that will only benefit you.
The only time it ever worked that way was when Zack was like, his over whatever it is.
Calvin Ridley. Receiving yards.
All right, I'll go to my lock. It's the 49ers. I'll take them minus 1.5. I think they win the game. I think it's going to be Colt McCoy playing that. I said it when it opened 2.5. There was something fishy with the line. Kyler Murray had to be hurt, and now it's dropped 4 points. I love it that I was ahead of it on it, and I'm going to throw all my eggs in the 49ers basket. George Kittle's back, and A.J. Green has COVID. DeAndre Hopkins might not play. Kyler Murray hasn't practiced. 49ers. 5-star play of the year.
My lock.
My bonus is Texans plus 5.
Okay, so you changed it just now.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, completely.
No, this is his lock.
You just said my bonus.
Oh.
No, my bonus.
Oh, this is your bonus. Okay.
Texans plus 5.5.
Okay, Houston
Open
plus...
your good working ear, bitch.
Shut up.
Stop being mean to me. My lock is... Can I do a Scotty caveat on this one? No, I'm just kidding. I really do. If Kyler plays, if DeAndre Hopkins plays, I really do like the over 45.5 in the Carolina 49ers game. I like the over there. I know. I'm going to take it because I'm just hoping that they play.
Yeah.
I just assume I'm just going to hope against hope that they play.
That's the right way to do it.
That's now as the caveat just for
you're going to go to bed so happy tonight.
Just for
I'm going to jerk off.
Just for our purposes, I'm taking this. I just want everybody to know I'm taking this with the assumption that those two do play. If they don't play, fine. I'll stand by my pick. Who knows what will happen? But
you're getting insane value if they do play because this total's dropped. 3.5 points.
Yeah, and that's why it's so attractive, because you see, the 49ers in that Bears game, that under looked like a lock for a little while, and then they opened the fucking floodgates, and there was just a score-a-palooza, one might say.
That first half under hurt my feelings.
I know, but it looked good for a while.
It did. Jimmy G hit Deebo Samuel, who's apparently God.
Yeah. And I'm hoping for another performance like that from both of these offenses this week. So.
Scotty, just need your lock.
Coming off 2 stinkers, is Justin Herbert. I'm taking the Chargers -2 in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is riding high after a fucking win against lowly Detroit, and I think the chips fall back to where they're supposed to be. I think that's insane value to only think the Chargers are going to win by 2. I think they win by, I would take alternate spreads and take
Scotty, you got 1.5, by the way. That's just what it is.
That's great.
So when the lines came out before last week, this was -3, and I bet the Chargers thinking it would go up higher. Then when this week started, it was 2.5. I bet them again, and it keeps going down, and I just don't get it. And that means it's a rat. It's an obvious rat. There's no way. The Eagles have beaten Matt Ryan, Sam Darnold, and Jared Goff, and they've lost to Tom Brady, Derek Carr.
You want to know
Mahomes, Dak Prescott, and Jimmy G.
You know why it's a rat? I'll tell you why right now. It's because the Chargers have the worst run. As if the Ravens announcers didn't say it enough during the Ravens-Chargers game, or Scott Hansen, I should say, from Red Zone, the Chargers have the worst.
The run defense is awful.
Yeah, they have the bad run defense, and I had a personal affiliation with the Lions-Eagles game this past weekend, and the Eagles could not get, they ran it, probably 8 yards a clip. So that's probably why the value is what it is. Still like the Chargers, though. I like the over, too.
I do, too. I kind of like the over as well. Yeah, the Eagles ran it 46 times for 236 yards, 5 yards a carry.
And Jordan Howard went off. He's back. That's why, too.
Yeah. But
I like the over. Fuck. Is that my lock? No.
Chargers.
It's not.
All right, Scotty,
it's Chargers.
Your party parlay. 0-8.
We're going to make this on the podcast together.
Okay.
You
got your lock.
You guys ready? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go down. I'm going Houston Texans to win.
Whew.
Beat the Dolphins. Tyrod Taylor is back. Dolphins are in turmoil. Turmoil. Fuck. All right, it's that. I'm off that one. I'm taking the under. No, I'm not taking that game.
Should I listen to our preseason podcast and kind of come back with what we were right about and what we were wrong about? I think that'll be fun.
Of course.
All right, go ahead. So Houston money line.
Yeah, Houston money line. Clear that out. I'm taking Houston plus 5.5. Let's just, I'm not being stupid here.
It's still a party if they just bring weed, not weed and cocaine. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all hanging out, man. We're literally just vibing over here. Divisional game, take that under in the Browns-Bengals. It's not week 10, but I can sniff it. It's close.
Scotty, you need to
take that under in the Bengals and Browns.
So I'm going to do some digging. That one with the divisional.
Which one?
Unders.
He sent it in the group chat.
Oh, I sent it in the group chat.
To scroll all the way down.
Yeah, that's true.
Patriots just to win, -190, just to win. The Raiders Giants, love that under. I took -3 in Boardwalk, but the under is my pick. If I was selling this to my VIPs, you guys, I would take that under. You're in New York. It's an emotional time. It's going to be hard to score. Take that under. A little chilly. Guys, just let's win 9-3. Go and eat some chili kind of under.
My kind of
I'm taking the over 49.5 in the Eagles-Chargers game. Love it. You know why? Because Herbert has to air it out sometime. And
I love this over too, but I bet the Chargers twice, so I can't be rooting for the Eagles to score.
Yeah, I feel you. But it's so low that you can. You know, the spread's so
I
like
can't be like half ass.
Yeah.
I got full ass
Half
for
in.
Chargers bets.
Just money line it
full
then.
ass.
Just parlay it. Nothing bad ever happens when you parlay things. The party parlay would be poetic if it hit in November because I heard on TikTok, I saw TikTok, it said no parlays November instead of no nut November.
It's probably good advice.
Yeah, it is good advice. And
How
I have
many
one
more?
last one.
Okay.
It's just the Rams.
To win.
-7. Buy a point if you want. I don't care. No, -7.5. Even money. 5 wins you $198. $5.
I put in. I didn't do. I put in
10 wins you 400.
Okay. Best of luck to that, Zach. You're locking the week of the century, which won last week.
But was it? I
forget.
I don't know. I don't remember. Oh God. Well, let me just while you're looking for that. This is a bit of recency bias because Buffalo has beat the ever-loving fuck out of every shit team they've played except the Steelers.
Carolina Panthers first half under.
Yeah, that was easy. Buffalo has beaten the ever-loving shit out of every bad team they've played except for the Steelers until last week. I watched them in that game last week where they had no business covering in any fashion.
It was kind of like fraudulent, like
the
investigation
Dolphins. The
needed.
Dolphins just said, you know what? While you're fucking me in the ass, here's $500.
Dolphins had a 98% chance to cover.
Yeah. So with that said, the Jacksonville at home as a 14.5-point dog at home.
I like this.
My lock of the week of the century is for this to be a close game. I don't know. I mean, last week, was it in Miami or was it in Buffalo?
It was in Buffalo.
Ooh. That doesn't help my case. You know what? Doesn't matter. 14.5 points. I just say that's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. And I feel like Trevor Lawrence coming to his own. Buffalo's defense looks a little bit... I don't know what's going on there. They looked bad against Tennessee. They did not look great all day against a terrible Tua Tagovailoa.
Zach, it's normally pretty sharp to be like the Bills covered. They shouldn't have. I'm going to bet against them this week. The Jaguars look like shit against the Seahawks, so now I'm going to bet them. I like your pick.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many sharps betting -14 in the hook.
No.
Hey,
okay.
Real quick, I kind of want to change my lock because if Trevor Siemian starts, you know I have to ride that.
So you're off the Chargers?
Taysom Hill is starting.
No. Oh, is he?
He was a full
Okay.
participant in practice this week.
But that doesn't mean anything. This is fucking Trevor's team, Zach. You shut the fuck up.
Okay.
All right, here is Tease and Thank You, which has won 5 out of the last 8 times. How about that?
It was 5 out of the last 7 last week.
Well, now it's 5 of the last 8.
It was 5 for 5 at one point.
Why do you got to say that?
I get that, but I'm not wrong when I say it's won 5 of the last 8 times.
Okay.
No, you're not wrong.
All right, back to basics. This is a 6-point teaser. This is the lowest you can tease.
The Buccaneers are on bye this week. This is what's going to be the great thing about this.
The lowest thing you can tease. All 3 of these are advantage Stanford Wong teasers. Cleveland Browns to +8.5. Ravens -6 to money line. And the Rams 7.5 to 1.5. My guy, Stanford Wong, threw the key numbers of 3 and 6 and even 7 with the Rams. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That pays out +148, and Tease and Thank You is so damn back. Once again, Cleveland +8.5 in Cincy. We have
+180.
Minnesota at Baltimore. Baltimore down to the money line. And then the Rams -1.5 hosting the Derrick Henry-less Titans. It doesn't get any easier than that, folks. Win is. Is that our show?
That's our show.
Alright, here we go. There's a little place where the sun sleeps late and pulls himself a shot of tequila. It's a little place called Pleasure Island. That's where I'd like to feel ya. It's easy to find just beyond the last wave, where the dolphins and whales are up mating. Sail all day and all night and then take a hard ride. That's where I'll be awaiting. Treasure Island, a beautiful treasure. Come on down and have a drink.